All right, happy Thursday, everybody. Thursday, where did that even come from? Oh, I know why. Yeah, okay, never mind. Happy Monday, everybody. Yeah, I've been sick, but I haven't been that sick. Welcome back to the daily broadcast. Ready to hang out with you guys tonight here in the Arctic Air studios, where we finally got some Arctic air over the weekend. Hopefully, your house was not too Arctic. If it was, you know what to do. Call the bear. We'll get into helmet stickers today. Who gets yours for being awesome? Sports, non-sports. Tech and TCU Thursday night. We get to rail against Thursday night college football. And then we find out what's the scariest things in sports. All of that brought to you in part by Lifts West Hotel and Condominium in Red River, New Mexico. They're making snow right now. You need to be making your reservations to head to Red River this year and get some skiing in. And also by the Shropshire Agency, independent, just like West Texans. Find out what they can do for you and your business. The early arrivals, you know what to do. You give us hearts, thumbs up. Let us know the audio is good. The video is good. You can share it with your friends. Also, those of you on Twitter X, those of you on YouTube, use the United Supermarkets text line, 806-772-0197. That's how we can get your comments and questions, just like the radio show. 806-772-0197. It says it right there on your screen, so it's easy to do. Hi there, Val. Hi there, Jared. Cillian today. Michael getting in. We'll let a few more get in before we get off and rolling. That's some brutal product placement there, Hyatt. There we go. Laid low over the weekend with the Mahomes flu, but we have bounced back fairly quickly. Just goes to show Mahomes and me just a little bit different. He goes and plays an NFL game. I was happy to be standing up taking a shower yesterday. All right, so let's get it happening here today. Hand out those helmet stickers. Who was awesome over the weekend, sports and non-sports. Scariest things in sports. And there's other things, Rangers Game 3. And, of course, scariest things in sports with Halloween coming upon us tomorrow. Let's do it in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt. TheRaiderland.com is the website. We hope you start your day there every day. It's always cool. We got your Raiderland hot links. They were a little thin this morning, but hey, at least we were there, right? At least we were there. You can also find our commentary, 60 Seconds of Raiderland there, among other things. No 5 things we know on a Sunday this week, and we apologize. We were asleep probably when that was normally happening. Greetings to Craig from Red River, New Mexico, home of Lifts West. Go down, say hi to Billy. Go down to Bull of the Woods, tell Hans, the unofficial mayor, sitting there at the corner of the bar tonight, drinking his MGD, tell him Hyatt from Lubbock said hi. Talking boxes on. Scariest things in sports, awkward landings in gymnastics. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be bad. You know? I mean, I was thinking of all sorts of different ideas that are scary in sports, like Rangers bullpen at times. Scary things in sports. Scale of 1 to number 11. How much does Ryan Hyatt hate midweek games? That'd be a Don Meredith level. And we'll discuss tonight, how much do you hate Thursday night Texas Tech games? Michael handing out Raiderland helmet sticker to Matthew Perry. If you need a laugh, watch the pivot scene from the sitcom Friends. The one where he pivots. Of course, Perry passing away. Sounds like it's going to be cardiac arrest when they get all said and done after years and decades of heavy drinking and drug abuse. I saw some of the lines that said shocking. I would say saddened and tragic, but I don't know how anybody could be shocked to hear the far too early demise of Matthew Perry, who left us with just a ton of great work, and his best maybe came later on in life when he was trying to, along with his really good friend Hank Azaria, trying to get right his own life and show other people that, hey, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And that was what he wanted to be known for. He said in an interview this past year that he didn't want it, or maybe it was last year, that he didn't want the first thing that was brought up about his death is, that it was on Friends. He wanted it to be about getting sober and trying to get right. So here's to you, simultaneous sip of the beverage. Matthew Perry. Let's see, off the United Supermarkets text line, where you can tailgate Thursday, like 18 minutes, I think, but you can tailgate. You can tailgate Wednesday. You can tailgate Friday. Thursday night game's a tough sell with all the junior high and JV games from the area. Amen. That was one of the things I was going to get to. Jared, Thursday night tech games provide a welcome change, the normal conversation of Friday for a teacher. Well, I'm glad you found a silver lining in it. Perry found the Lord a few years ago. May he have rest. Indeed, may have rest because I didn't read it. My wife, I guess, she listened to the audio version of his biography that he narrated, and it sounded like it was a pretty tough slog, all things considered. And I don't know why it is, but some of the funniest people around us seem to be some of the saddest people internally. And maybe we just hyper emblazon that with people like Robin Williams or like Matthew Perry or some others that come to mind like that. But sad either way. But hopefully, as you say, Alan, he did find some rest finally. Who gets your helmet stickers? Texas Tech soccer team gets a helmet sticker. 2-1 winners against Cincinnati today. The game winner coming with about 10 minutes left. So they advanced to take on Texas. They're in where are they playing? Mike Myers. They're playing on the UT campus for some reason. Again, for those who don't know, I came down with the Mahomes flu, except I didn't play Denver. I stayed in bed most of the weekend and just wretched, horrible Saturday. Probably 50% better Sunday from Saturday. 50% better today from Sunday. Maybe even better than that. It went through me quick. Literally, it went through me quick, literally. But man, Saturday I felt as bad as I have felt in a long time. So I was pretty much out of it on most of the stuff. Like the last thing I remember after my son's team winning Friday night, the Rangers won in extra innings, and it was the greatest World Series ever. And then you tell me they play more games? So game 3 tonight, tied at 1 there in Arizona Scherzer time. JV football and ACC belong on Thursday nights. Amen. Certainly not the Big 12. And there's a whole lot more people that are involved in JV sports around West Texas on a Thursday night. Probably as much or more than varsity, I would say. For those who say it's just JV, there's a lot more kids playing JV than play high school football. Helmet sticker to fellow teachers and other school personnel survive Friday the 13th, full moon, partial eclipse, and Halloween at the beginning of the week. Yeah, how are you guys doing on the Halloween stuff? That's Wednesday. I don't know when you have your little festivals and stuff. I don't know that they legally can do that anymore. Don't forget you can get on the United Supermarkets text line on all of our all of our broadcasts, but all of our followers and viewers on YouTube and on Twitter X. That's how you communicate to us. 806-772-0197. Talk about how much I hate TCU Tech playing on Thursday college games, in particular helmet stickers, and scariest things sports, among other things. We'll get to Tech basketball in a minute. Attendance on Thursday will be light. The ticket sales will be reported over 50,000. I have no doubt. I have no doubt that the ticket sales numbers will be good. You'll be lucky if you have 40,000, I think, in there in actual attendance Thursday night. Weather's going to be good, so that helps. It's not going to be freezing. It's not going to be bad weather, so that'll help. But certainly the losing streak and even the open date, kind of out of sight, out of mind, maybe just a little bit. The folks will be excited to get Baron Morton back. He is back in the quarterback position. He's back in the starting role is what I'm trying to say. Hi, I'm Ryan. I've been sick. I'm not well. He's back, in the starting role, so maybe that'll get a few people excited, but no, not going to happen. Happy Reformation Day. I got 95 problems, and the Pope ain't one of them, said Martin Luther. Nail it to the door. Send it in, Jerome. You got their attention, that's for sure. Scariest things in sports. Lining, looking across and seeing who at linebacker, Zach Thomas. Scary players in sports. Scary things in sports. Scariest things in sports. Hi, we're from the NCAA. We're here to help. I don't know. You tell me. 806-772-0197. Let's see. John, just listened to Coach McGuire, and it seems like true fans will support the team. I did not get a chance because of the time, not the time change, but just my schedule and everything else, I have not gone back and watched any of the press conference. So I don't know what John means when you say, Coach McGuire, true fans will support the team. And fans will support the team. Fans support the team. Fans go to the games. Fans write the checks. Fans do stuff. Time change this coming Sunday. Yeah. Well, they changed the time of the presser this week for some different stuff. Texter on the text line. Any update on Spygate? Not that I've heard, other than Tech released the statement, I guess, was it Friday? Again, being sick over the weekend. And said they had no more additional comments on it. That's either that. We don't want to know about a second spitting video that looks like for sure, like he sure did it, and we're not going to say anything, and there you go. We're done. And it's being handled internally. Don't worry. Deacon Jones, prepare for retirement. The fearsome foursome. Yeah, that's the government, great government work there of, yeah, it's handled internally. FOI it, do whatever you want to. We're not going to talk about it. In the internal process, we'll never tell you what it is. So outside looking in, if I were McGuire, I'd feel burned. I'd feel pissed off. I feel like I got lied to. I stuck my neck out for somebody, and then sure as hell looks like there was another incident where he allegedly spit on a player. So there you go. True fan, says Alan, don't buy brands that suck either, yeah? Really don't. You talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. You got to live with it, and that's what you're going to have to do Thursday night. Coaches had to be very careful when they dance into the whole true fan stuff. I've watched it for nearly, over 30 years, 35 years at press conferences, from Spike Dykes to James Dickey to you name it. You name the coach, almost all of them, minus a very select few who typically didn't have to. But nearly every single coach at some point walks into the trap of defining fans and who is eligible to root for their team and who is not. That'll get you fired because you'll lose fans and you'll lose support. And you don't do that. Don't do it, even early on in a career when you feel like you got a lot to work with. And Joey McGuire could have run for political office in August, and right now he should be driving a dog catcher around, according to some. Did I see the ice hockey collision that killed the player with a skate across his neck? Thank God, no, I did not. Where was this? I'm surely not in the NFL. If we don't win Thursday, stick a fork in us. Well, yeah. I mean, even if you win Thursday, I think there's a fork in you. It's just a matter of how much they're twisting it and what they're going to do to you the rest of the way. So, yeah. But definitely the fork would be, I think the fork is in you. You saw two teams put a fork in you the last two games. Oh, the NFL hates Houston, right? I mean, the NFL hates the entire city of Houston. Just the mere fact that the Tennessee Titans are allowed to wear and claim the Houston Oilers and foisted upon us yesterday, that's not enough, right? That's not enough, quote, sticking a fork in a team, rubbing salt in a wound in a city. That's not enough, right? The city of Houston has to deal with that. But then the NFL today comes out, and it comes out that they've sued the University of Houston, more or less, filed legal proceedings against the University of Houston because they wore those sweet Houston Oiler throwback uniforms earlier this year. So they sent a cease and desist and said, you're never going to do that again. Nice. Yeah, how much energy business takes place in Tennessee? Well, yeah, how many Titans are in Tennessee, right? They were going to be the saber-toothed Tigers at one point, and then they turned into the Titans. There are no Titans in Tennessee. So anyhow, they sued the University of Houston for those throwbacks, which, hey, more power to you. It's a great look. It's better than probably Houston's regular uniforms because they are sweet uniforms. But it said, yeah, don't you ever do that. It's a crime that the Houston Texans are not the Houston Oilers. Exactly. They should have been forced to leave the name behind, much like when Art Modell moved the Cleveland Browns to Baltimore. He left the Browns name, if not the heritage, he left the Browns name in Cleveland. NFL absolutely should have stripped the Oiler name for Bud Adams, like they did the Browns. That was more Modell. He had to agree to do that. Johnny Unitas, a great line about, talking about I was never an Indianapolis Colt, and I certainly wasn't a Baltimore Raven. was a Baltimore Colt. You know, Rice wore similar Oilers jerseys this season too. Yeah, except it was Rice and nobody really noticed. Weird fact about Rice I found out today. Glenn Youngkin, the governor of Virginia, the much talked about governor of Virginia at different times. I had no idea that he played basketball at Rice. That I saw him play basketball at Rice his senior year, my freshman year, when they played at Texas Tech and got beat by the Red Raiders. He averaged 5 points a game his senior year, 6'7" forward for the Owls. I had no idea until it was brought up today. Who knew? You know, Warren Moon wasn't a Tennessee Titan. No, he was not. Neither was Webster Slaughter or Earl Campbell. Rice is strong, quite strong this year. McCaffrey's brother plays receiver for them and really talented. Yeah, but it's Rice and nobody notices. Scariest things in sports, if you want to get into that. We talk helmet stickers. Who deserves one for being awesome? My wife deserves one for being awesome pretty much all the time, but when I'm sick, she deserves one even more. I suck at being sick. I always have been. I'm not very good at it. I don't intend on getting any better at it. And she does a great job dealing with it. Yesterday, she made some chicken caldo, which was fantastic. I knew it was good because I could taste it. And last night, I was beginning to feel better, but that, probably saved me. And the recipe she used, the addition of the lime into it there at the end with the chicken was fantastic. It had a zing to it. It was utterly fantastic. So yeah, she gets the helmet sticker for the chicken caldo that she made last night. I assume there's probably maybe some leftovers. I'm not really sure. With my son involved, it's entirely possible that they no longer exist. On the United Supermarkets text line, where you can buy all your ingredients to make caldo. Joey needs to tap the brakes on true fans. This team would beat last year's by 30, fastest team in the country. Talk checks are bouncing. Yeah, I agree. You need to kind of keep your mouth shut when you're walking past the graveyard. Just be glad for anybody that's there. Made some beef caldo, perfect for the weather yesterday. Yeah, good on you. Rangers GM Chris Young also played basketball for Rice. Yeah, I think I'd heard that a couple of times. I guess all smart people are going there. Who knew? Scary things in sports. You can give us scary things in sports today before we get out of here. We'll go as long as the conversation's interesting. Handing out the helmet stickers. Reasons we hate Thursday night games. I think it hurts Texas Tech as much as anybody. We'll get back into bashing on Thursday night games. One, it's just not right. Two, we mentioned all of the other obligations that people certainly around West Texas have that would normally go to a game, that their children are doing stuff, their kids are doing stuff on Thursday nights all across the area. Then you factor in the Thursday night travel. Texas Tech draws from a wide area, more so maybe than most schools. I've seen different studies. I'm not going to try to quote them because I'll probably get the numbers wrong. But just bottom line, that you get a lot of people coming into Tech games from Amarillo, Midland, Odessa, 2-hour drives, one way. Then you start expanding out. Let's get the Abilene and San Angelo folks in. Now let's go to the Metroplex. You get a ton of people in from the Metroplex. You're talking a 2-day commitment, basically, on a Thursday game to fly in morning or midday on Thursday and not get back home till midday the next day to be on your flights. That's a lot to ask for people. That could turn into an easy 2-day commitment. Well, it doesn't happen very often. That's not the point. That's not the point at all. Point is that when it does happen, it sucks. And I still I don't see where it's really worth it that much. That is this Thursday night game really going to promote and drive huge numbers for the Big 12, drive huge numbers for Texas Tech, drive huge numbers for TCU or anybody else? I know they need content, but I'll be real honest, that's where all these smaller schools and smaller conferences ought to come in, not the Big 12. And if some other, quote, major power conference wants to do it, let them do it. I don't care. Yeah, okay, and yeah, then run the numbers on me and say the Big 12 replaced every Thursday night slot with a Saturday slot. Tell me what I'm losing. You know, scary being a pitcher with a line drive hit back at you. I didn't pitch much, familiar with line drives. Thursday night games don't seem like a real game at the college level. I did see where Tech is letting out, class at noon basically, and they more or less have to because they have to take over all of the parking lots in order to accommodate the game. It's not so much that it's this benevolent action on the part of the school because they love football so much and they want the students there. And here you go. It's like, oh man, we got nowhere. We can't do that. We got nowhere for people to park. And the people who paid for football parking paid more than the students who paid for their parking. Speaking of pitchers tonight, Scherzer has to be Scherzer. First inning's going to be critical in this one. The Rangers could win this or lose this in the first inning, absolutely. That if Arizona gets going and chases you in the first inning, one, they've got momentum, and I think that would be hard to overcome in their part tonight. Two, you're going to the bullpen, and that could cost you multiple games. So I just have this odd feeling that if you can get through the first inning, that Scherzer can get through the lineup. If you can get through the lineup, he might be able to give you another half trip through the lineup. He might get you 2 times through the lineup. I'm not putting a whole lot of faith in Scherzer, you can tell. Can Scherzer get to 5? I don't believe so. But if he got you 4 and your bats are hanging in there, that's acceptable tonight. 4 would probably be acceptable. And then you just need somebody in the middle to hold things together and not go through a ton of arms in the middle. Is it a must-win game? Yeah, kind of, sort of. But it's a must not lose and compromise everything for games 4 and 5, right? You really go into this game, I think, if you're Bruce Bochy, managing 3 games at once. And in real time, throw out the analytics and go with the gut-alytics. You go, what are my cons? You've got to understand the building tonight. If you're Bochy, you've got to understand all of that tonight. That first inning can get you beat, bullpen meltdown, all of those things can cost you. This is where Bruce Bochy should have Tim Tadlock sitting next to him in the dugout, telling him how to manage for 3 games in 1 game. Because to me, that's really what the Rangers have to do. More so, I think, than the Diamondbacks. I still think it's more so the Rangers having to deal with that. Donald, limited tailgating time, less money for the economy compared to a Saturday. Absolutely. And it kind of sucks some money out of the economy on a Thursday game. That people aren't going out to dinner as they would. They won't go out after the game as they might on a Saturday night if it ended at a decent enough hour, certain places. And so lose. The ex-Sod Poodle, Arizona rookie, the scariest player for the Diamondbacks? Could be. That Randy Johnson guy is pretty scary. Kurt Schilling. I mean, these Diamondbacks, you got to watch out. This is a play to win and not lose type game. No. I wouldn't say it's play to win because it's a play to win game. I try play to win in every game. I take a play to win saying I'll do anything to win this game. And I don't know that you do anything to win this game. You can still lose this game and be okay, but you can't lose this game and then not be in a position to not win 4 or 5. So you can play to win this game all the way through the 8th inning, and you've gone balls to the wall, and then it doesn't work out. Where are you going to be? I don't know. I was just shocked to wake up kind of late yesterday afternoon and find out they played another game. I thought that was it. I thought it was the greatest World Series ever on Friday, and it was awesome. You're telling me they're playing more games? Hand out a few more helmet stickers before we get gone tonight. Jump on the United Supermarkets text line 806-772-0197. Oh, another reason to hate Thursday games this time around. You've got the fake TCU Tech trophy, the battle for the saddle thing or whatever it is. Fake trophy. It's made up. It was so important nobody knew where the hell it was for like 50 years. Yeah, that's really important stuff. So that's lame as well, but we do hate those. Tomorrow we'll talk about on this little program right here, the Morton impact on getting him back and what that can mean. We'll probably have some more scary sports Halloween related type stuff. Anybody, real quick poll right now of everybody who's on here. We live out in the middle of nowhere, so nobody comes by the house, and we'd shoot them if they did, so they know better. But how much, like, what do you guys hand out trick or treat wise? What are we handing out trick or treat wise? For those that are still on here, the final few minutes, you can also get stickers in and whatever else. Do we go with like little bitty candy bars? Do you have specific candy bars you're giving out? The fun size Snickers, I'm guessing, Gary. I always thought fun. I pictured it in my mind. I had this in my mind. Fun would be bigger. I really thought fun would be larger, but then I found that was the fun size. Won't be home tomorrow night. Working clock at the junior high football game. Good for you. Oh crap! What's the deal now? By the way, if you're not home, do you leave your light off? Or are you supposed to leave your light on? If you leave your light off, you're a sexual harasser and you're a predator. What do you do? Rock salt and nails, Damon. Rock salt and nails. Handing out those shotgun pellets there. What do you guys do for that? Does competitions against NFL TV ratings? Sorry, it's hard for me to read that. For some reason, it's showing. Does competition against NFL TV ratings ever factor in Thursday night? Sure. Now, with it going Thursday night game going to Amazon a little bit, that's not quite maybe the same. I don't know. It's good. It had to be factored in. Random condom packets from Taco Bell, Schlotsky's, and Chick-fil-A. My son would be coming by, Trace, like 3 different times to get all that stuff. The fun size mix, that's Chris. All stupid. Yeah, that is true. I was going down the Halloween aisle and I'm like, oh my God. I could be handing out meals. I could go buy gift coupons to Taco Bell and places like that. Give those out instead. So yeah, I was curious kind of what the go-to stuff is. We're old. I say we're. I'm old enough, and some of the names I'm seeing right here, I know how old you are. So the days where you went around your neighbor and you actually got homemade treats, popcorn balls and stuff like that, homemade things. Not store-bought. Maybe like the candy corn wrapped up in a little deal or something. But yeah, totally different deal though these days. Candy crazy expensive now. Bidenomics, baby. Bidenomics. It's all there helping everybody out, including the kids. Give them shots of orange juice when they come by. That's like Patron. $12 for a gallon of orange juice now. Might as well be buying tequila or whiskey. Seems like everybody does trunk or treats now. Yeah, it's all the organized. Which hey, go where you know, right? Safety. Go where you know it's going to be good and safe, and it's all in one place. You can't afford the gas to drive around and follow the kids. A lot easier to go to a trunk or treat than it is to do anything else. All right, we'll be with you in the morning. Tuesday's best on the website. Jello shots for the adult. I have no doubt you do, Trace. The Zero Bar is the most underrated candy bar of all time. It's great. If you hand out full-size Zero Bars, I might drive to your place. All for adult Halloween tacos and whiskey. The cakewalks. Wow. That brings back the days of the Halloween carnivals at Murphy Elementary in Lubbock, Texas, and indeed, the cakewalks. And wasn't even really sure how it worked and what all was going on, but I remember taking my little brother down there and telling him, you got to do this. He's like 5. He didn't know. Get a cake. Win this, get a cake, take it to mom. I'm not really sure what happened after that. Cakewalks. Man. I don't know. The last time we had a good cakewalk. Now that's a reference used. It was a cakewalk. And nobody, who the hell under 40 would even begin to know? Probably even some people over 40 would be like, what the hell, cakewalk? Tuesday's best. We will have that for you. We will have best thing I ever ate hat tip cookie channel. Raiderland Tuesday hot links. German chocolate sounds really good. Oh, you had a cakewalk in Lawrence Saturday night. I just woke up. Now that was me who was coming in and out of consciousness, going, Mahomes is playing without a liver. What? Kansas beat Oklahoma. Basketball's already started. More Tech basketball. We didn't talk about the exhibition game against A&M, the scrimmage. Obviously, I was zonked. No clue. Only know what I've read. Haven't had a chance really to visit with anybody. We told you, me and Rob Bro on the old Ryan's Raiderland featuring Rob Bro, we told you McCassin would not necessarily be a slow down guy. He's played fast in the past. We told you that if he's got the people to play fast, he'll play fast. And people are looking at those points going, oh my gosh, we thought it'd take 3 games to do it. You were deceived, or you deceived yourself. And yes, it's always good to beat the Aggies, even in an exhibition game. Well, we should have told Robert, we don't see your comments unless you utilize the text line 806-772-0197 multi-streaming platform. So Robert had sent some stuff in that we'd not seen. It is time to end the stream. Yes. Time to end the stream. We say goodbye to the folks on Twitter, on YouTube. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Do we really want to?